It is a fantastic thing that music can tell something about our time, what we're living in. And so quite often I'm searching for what are the big subjects. And in this case, I thought of trash, and I thought maybe we can find something how to translate this into music, or how to make a statement as a musician about this very unmusical subject of environmental destruction and of pollution. When I started to think about the idea of composing a piece of recycled objects, this Recycling Concerto, I thought the best instrument to realize this would be the percussion, because percussion players are so open to try out new sounds. And together with Vivi Vassileva, our fantastic percussion player, we were trying to find completely new instruments.
Percussion is like a drug for us. Everybody wants to find out the new sound, the new instruments. This is why I think it was a really cool idea from Gregor to combine this idea of making a recycling concerto with the idea of percussion concerto, because no instrument has so many possibilities to really create something from these trash instruments like percussionists can do.
Cool. Der grüne, der klingt irgendwie ein bisschen matt.
Ja, ich weiß. Ich versuche da noch einen besseren zu finden. Schau, siehst du, der ist beschichtet. Dadurch wird der gedämpft. Die anderen sind alle ganz glatt.
Okay.
Guck, das zum Beispiel klingt so schön lang nach.
Wow,
Wenn alle so klingen würden.
Aber das ist auch schön.
Schau, insgesamt die wie so eine Tasse sind. Hier auch. Die klingen schön. I need more than 2 octaves of tuned flower pots. I was like 3 days in this second-hand shop to find all the different sounds, so they already knew me like the crazy girl who tries out all the flower pots.
We only have this one planet. The recycling idea I find important because it shifts the focus more to the solutions or to the visions and the targets, and it shifts away from the focus of the problems. Sollen wir die Flaschen mal von der Intonation checken? Das heißt, wir müssen ein bisschen Wasser rausmachen, oder? Um die höher zu kriegen. I wanted to find a way to produce something out of the trash, but where the sound quality in the end is a really high-class quality.
Ja, schon.
Das ist gut.
Das ist gut.
Perfekt.
Ich finde, das ist so Xylophon und das ist so Vibraphon.
Das ist schön im Vergleich. We have some of these everyday trash elements like coffee capsules, like the bottle caps made out of plastic or of metal. All these things what you really find on the way when you go to the forest and expect beautiful nature, and then you find all this trash. And on the other hand, we have instruments what we really try to cultivate their unique sound and transform them or build them or lift them up in their value.
Das ist die höhere Oktave, oder?
Das ist die höhere Oktave.
Okay.
One very interesting example is the plastic bottle, which is one of the biggest pollution problems ever, because we all use it every day. And so there are tons of plastic bottles which are landing in the oceans or in nature, which are harming the fishes, which then in the end land in our own stomach when we eat the fish again, and all these circles. And where I thought, wouldn't it be interesting to have this biggest trash element, like a plastic bottle, and make something interesting out of it? Ja, die ist off. Genau, das müsste ein F eigentlich sein.
This is a paradise of sounds for us percussionists. All these trash instruments and so many everyday objects that you can really create so many wonderful sounds and music out of this.
Gar nicht so schlecht, aber wir müssen ein bisschen höher, weil wir es ja dann wieder nach unten auslassen müssen. Ja, jetzt sind wir viel zu hoch, aber das ist gut. Dirty sounds, I would say, can be very interesting musically. If music would be only pureness and pure beauty, it would be very beautiful but very boring. I think music always lives from the tensions in between beauty and tension or ugliness in the sound, in a way. Probier's mal mit dem normalen Wirbel. Kannst du den super schnell machen? Ja, und möglichst in der Mitte vom Schlägel auch. Du spielst immer diese zwei Töne oder diesen Akkord später und das Orchester übernimmt es als Resonanz. Das heißt, wir bräuchten von dir immer so eine ganz dichte Wolke von. Du musst auf die 3 quasi ins Spiel. Also es soll ein rhythmisch gefühlter Schwelle sein, dass wir im Orchester haben. Die müssen wir noch irgendwie befestigen, gell? Oder stört dich das nicht, dass die so.
Das stört vor allem.
Vielleicht kann ich die ein bisschen fester ziehen.
I think this is maybe our queen of the trash pitched instruments, these plastic bottles, to build them, to hold the intonation. Gregor has really harmonies there and melodies which have to work with the orchestra, and so we really need something there that holds the pressure. It was quite a challenge, but they sound so special. They have this really curious and interesting mixture of overtones that make their sound so beautifully and so pretty. I had to learn to play really like cachixes, like I would say, like really a Brazilian musician that did this all his life. It's such a different technique. It's so much fun. It's always fascinating to see how much possibilities and how much techniques you can have in the percussion world and new sounds. So it's incredible that you can have so many different sounds with just a shaker, with just a bottle of rice or a bottle of marmalade glass.
Die braucht immer ganz wenig. Mach mal sowieso ein.
Jetzt ist der Moment, wo es dämpft.
Ja.
Das ist schön.
Können wir das irgendwie, der klingt immer nicht so schön wie die anderen. Also, so eine Mischung aus H und B. Und wie würdest du es jetzt machen?
Also entweder,
Da sind wir irgendwo.
im Moment ist es so, dass wenn ich von oben hämmer, wird es höher und wenn ich von da hämmer, wird es tiefer. Du willst es jetzt höher, oder?
Ja, probier mal ein bisschen höher. Some parts of the piece are notated exactly with every single detail, and for some parts of the piece I consciously wanted to leave them open, because one idea is that you can go with this piece to different places in the world and just collect the trash from there and make music with the local trash. So of course we never know how exactly will another metal lampshade sound what somebody's finding, or another metal object. And so some parts I just gave a proposal of rhythms or of kind of melodic or structural lines, saying it should go up, it should do a crescendo, all these things. But then the player is completely free to interpret or to even improvise with these elements a little bit and use what he has on his place in this moment and create his own recycling music out of it.
We need to think much more bigger and global, and then it's not enough if one person changes their habits. It's good and it's a good start, but it's not everything. The problem is much bigger.
Ja, cool. Kannst du nachdem du diesen Grab-Bottle machst, dass der wieder richtig knallt, und können wir einmal diese Schleifstelle machen?
You can find like more than 100 sounds on this one skin by hitting it differently. Parts of your hand, with the finger, with the nails, by snapping it, there are just infinitive possibilities. It's so nice to find composers like Gregor who are so curious but also so serious about what they do, because sometimes in the beginning we were just brainstorming and there were so many crazy ideas. In the beginning, I was skeptical. I was like, Gregor, this is not going to work. And then he would show me, and then I was like, okay, wow, yeah, you convinced me.
It's probably the first piece in the world which is completely made out of the recycled trash objects, and is composed particularly for this reason, to combine the trash sound world together with the beautiful cultivated orchestra sound world. On the one hand, the whole subject is very urgent, very serious. But on the other hand, I think it motivates people much more to put the focus on the fascination of new ideas and the fascination of a better future than of the problems of our current times.